Capricorn, welcome to your tarot card reading today. Let's get into your weekly reading. Let's get ahead of the energy. Let's see what you can expect this week, Capricorn. Well, we have a little yin energy. Yin is the reflective energy. It's the feminine energy. It talks about being passive, being intuitive, being reflective. Could represent you, could represent someone else. Let's find out. Let's get into your reading. So Capricorn, the first card is going to represent where spirit guides want you to focus or spend your energy. We have the Chariot. What do you want Capricorn to avoid or spend less time doing? We have the Knight of Cups with Temperance. Okay. And what do you need to know or what's coming to light this week? The Page of Swords and the Three of Wands. And the bottom is, oh, Chihuahua, the Three of Swords with the Tower. That's a little unexpected energy here. A little, I cannot believe I'm feeling this way kind of energy. Okay. The Chariot is where spirit guides want you to focus or spend more time doing. Let's understand that. What are you highlighting? What part of the card? What are you moving forward? Okay. There's a card in between. The Temperance, the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles is in reverse. Things might feel a little off this week, Capricorn, and this is a break where they really want you to focus on moving forward. Whatever's happening, it's just temporary. It's not permanent. And they want you to have patience and continue to move forward and focus on moving forward. Not necessarily feeling stuck or focusing on the past or focusing on an experience. Yeah, there's a very strong go with the flow energy this week. I say that because the Four of Pentacles is there. So this is a week of continuing to truck forward, continuing to move forward, and continuing to go with the flow. That's really where they want you to focus, is pushing things forward, Capricorn. What they want you to avoid or spend less time doing is Temperance with the Knight of Cups. Getting overwhelmed. That could be an element of when you're overwhelmed, indulging, right? You have a real crappy day, go home, drink a bottle of wine. A real crappy day, go home and smoke a pack of cigarettes. They want you to avoid getting overwhelmed and indulging too much in one direction or the other. Everything in moderation this week. This is a really strong message this week, Capricorn, of trying not to get overwhelmed and letting everything get you overwhelmed, and really just trying to understand that the way you're feeling is temporary. Keep things in moderation and continuing to move forward. We'll see what's happening to make you feel that way in a moment. But what you need to know, or what's coming to light, is the Page of Swords and the Three of Wands. I think you're really learning what you want this week or what you don't want. Can I understand a little bit more about that? Three of Cups. The Two of Swords. Oh, there's the Ten of Cups in reverse. There's your disappointment. The Four of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Swords. You're really figuring out what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy. That's what you need to know this week. There is a really strong disappointment. I kind of feel like it could be with family and friends. You're going to be very surprised this week. It'll catch you off guard. And it's going to really make you kind of question things, question what it is that you want. It'll make you realize what you do and do not want. You know, sometimes when people treat us badly, we realize in that spot what we don't want, what we do want, and who we do not want in our life. There's a little bit of an unexpected experience with someone this week. Let's talk about it. It really makes you start to question things, Capricorn. What happens? What's going on? What's this energy for Capricorn? Okay, we started with the Magician. That is a little Gemini energy, maybe a little Dr. Jekyll. The Temperance and the Knight of Cups have come out like 6 times. Maybe not 6 times. I'm exaggerating a lot. Why? What did I... They're all upright. That's upright. There's the Eight of Pentacles. We'll see what the message is. There's the Ace of Wands. All right, let's start with the Magician and break this down. We'll see why they've come out again. Magician, what's going on this week? What is this energy? There's definitely... They really want you to stay balanced. We'll understand. The Fool. King of Swords. There's the person. That's time you see what? Whoa. This person is not good for you. Okay, it's time you see that this person is not good for you, Capricorn. The King of Cups and the Eight of Cups, they want you to walk away from your loyalty or your attachment to this person this week. Eight of Wands, what do they do? What do they do to make Capricorn realize, or what are they doing to make... They completely disregard your feelings. They completely ignore you and disregard your feelings. That's what they do. And you cannot believe that they do it. You can't believe it's not butter. And the Three of Pentacles, you would never do that to them. Seven of Pentacles. So they completely ignore you, neglect you, and disregard your feelings. And you can't believe that they do it, and it really makes you look at them in a different light. It's like, the example I'm seeing in my head, there was this, I saw this short this one time of this guy, and he bought his girlfriend this gigantic like Tonka truck thing, and she was like, this isn't for me. I don't want this. Like, this is a gift for yourself. Like, it's my birthday and you're buying me this. Like, I don't want this. What am I going to do with this? Right? She completely disregarded her feelings. Like, he bought himself a toy and pretended it was for her. Now, that's a very generic energy, but it's that type of thing where they completely disregarded your feelings. They ignored you, neglected you. They didn't consider you. And you now you got to decide how you feel. That's why they don't want you to get too overwhelmed. They don't want you to make that decision in a reactionary energy, right? Like, that moment that guy bought her the car for himself, she can break up with them, scream and yell, hoot and holler, or she can go in the South House and think about how she feels about what just happened, right? She might be a little shocked, but she might not be that mad in a couple days. She might be furious. You don't know. But it's figuring that out how you feel, and it's taking the time to figure that out, not reacting in that moment. That's the message here, because I do feel you're going to react, or you're going to want to react. It really makes you kind of step back and question this person and question what it is that you want here in your life, Capricorn. And that message again is to not make the decision when you're in the overwhelmed energy. Make the decision when you're a little bit more balanced, a little bit more grounded. You've accepted what they said or did, because sometimes when you're shocked, you're just like, your reaction, you need time to sit with it sometimes and to kind of soak in what just happened. And that's the message here, is to really soak that in and be in a very balanced and neutral position when you decide what it is that you want to do and how you want it to move forward. And don't be in that overwhelmed, because if you make the decision in this energy, you might regret it. You might feel differently. So they're definitely going to disappoint you. You're definitely going to be surprised. You're not going to be happy with what they do this week, Capricorn. You're going to have a decision to make. So what we're going to do is grab some oracles. I will do a potential outcome on your reading. We'll go a month out into the second week of July and mid-July range, and we'll see how it plays out and what you decide to do. So first of all, what do you need to, so that's why the yin is here. They want you to be a little bit more passive and reflective before making your decision. Okay, so then what does Capricorn need to surrender to this week? Fear. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. All right, let's get the spirit animal message. What's the spirit animal message here for Capricorn? Cougar. Ah! Oh my God. I like threw that under there and I don't know where it went. Hold on, Capricorn. What the hell? Well, oh my God. Well, we're gonna have to move past that. I don't know where the card fell. Hold on, we got a mess under the table. I don't know what just happened here. So, but Cougar represents taking charge of a leadership, taking leadership of a situation, taking charge, and not letting someone else make a decision for you. Sorry about that. I really have no idea where the card is. I'm gonna have to go back and track that down after. I have no idea what happened. Okay. Let's just move forward and not focus on that. Let's get your Akashic Record message. And then we'll jump back into the tarot here, Capricorn. Let me move my seat in here. Hold on. Scooch in, scooch in. Okay. What is the Akashic Record message? Now we got a lot. Hold on a second here. What's going on? Wonderful. Pursue your goals in order to get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people that you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, and it will make it easier for you to interact with the broad spectrum of individuals and breaking through. Everybody has their own comfort zone, but true growth can only be realized if you're brave enough to step out of it. Breaking through means challenging the things that were once thought to be impossible and overcoming your inner fears and insecurities. And walk away. You're walking away. You're wasting precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. So it is time to turn your attention to things that are more aligned with your soul's purpose. Okay, Capricorn, let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in the middle of July. Let's see what you decide to do. Let's see things play out. Let's see how things are going. Let's find out. We have the Emperor. Okay, whoa. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Hermit. Okay, you're thinking a lot about things. Queen of Pentacles, that would be you. One more. The Queen of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Who's this Queen of Wands here? Ten of Wands, you're setting some boundaries. Page of Cups, you don't know if you're being realistic here. Okay, has to do with this other person here. Okay, you're trying to see the good in the situation. You're trying to remember the good times. I'm going to say with the Emperor and the Four of Wands, you could be married to this person in a relationship. They could be a family member, very important to you. Or there's a strong history where you have a lot of good memories with this person. That's what you're thinking about. However, the Queen of Wands here and the Six of Pentacles, you do not like how they treated you. You're not going to forget it. You felt used and abused. And you're wondering if it's realistic to keep them in your life again. Like, it's like if I set these boundaries, are they going to respect them, or are they just going to fall back on them? They're just going to treat me this way again. What do you want to say about this Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles? Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Strength. The High Priestess, the Magician. Your intuition's telling you not to talk to them anymore, but you don't want to do that. You're hoping that they'll apologize and that you can work things out, but the Death is there. You haven't made a decision, Capricorn. You're still going back and forth. Whoever this person is, there's a history and there's loyalty. Your intuition's telling you, your intuition's telling you to burn bridges, but you don't have to, or you don't want to. Maybe just keep them at arm's length. Maybe just pull your energy back to be an acquaintance, or, just keep things the way that they are. But the thing is, you're not acting upon what your intuition's telling you to do because of loyalty or whatever this energy is, right? There's familiarity, loyalty. I mean, this could be your dad, right? Like, I don't know who the person is, but there's that element of loyalty and connection with this person. And so the message here is to move forward and make sure that it's more balanced. If you don't like how you're being treated, pull yourself back. I don't think that you're comfortable setting boundaries here. I also don't think that you're comfortable saying anything. You feel it would be stupid, and it's like you feel like you would say it and it wouldn't change anything. It's not going to accomplish anything. It's not going to get you what you want, so you're not saying anything. But you don't like how you're being treated and you don't like it. So what's the advice? I don't see you doing anything. What's the advice then? Let me ask this question. If Capricorn sets boundaries or expresses themselves, what will happen? What would this person's reaction be? Oh, it would stress you out. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. You're right. It wouldn't accomplish anything at all. It wouldn't accomplish anything at all because they're not going to change and they're going to be defensive and guarded, and they'll pull themselves back from you. They'll pull themselves back from you. So you are right, Capricorn, in that sense, to be cautious and concerned about that. It will cause strife. So you need to decide how you want to deal with that. If you approach them and talk to them, yes, it will cause a conflict. But if you stay in this situation, you're not going to feel respected and valued. What's the advice then? What do you suggest or advise for Capricorn? The Two of Pentacles. To understand that everybody has flaws, nobody's perfect. There's always going to be something you don't like about somebody, and always going to be things that you don't appreciate about them. And the message is to focus on the good things, to focus on the memories, the positives, the good things about this person, the good things they do for you, the things that they treat you. The message here is to accept someone for their flaws because they're not going to change, and from what I can see here is it's not a deal breaker, it's just annoying. So that's the message. Everybody has flaws. Absolutely nobody is perfect. Focus on the good things, focus on the things that you have in common, and try and focus on enjoying each other's company instead of the maybe selfish, ignorant, or disrespectful things they do or say without realizing. All right, Capricorn, that's what I got. That's what's up. That's what your spirit guides want to pass along today. So Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and let's close it off today with your yes or no question. Yes or no? What's the answer for Capricorn? Oh, messages? Well, it is my last reading for the day. I'm tired. Asking later. All right, we'll give it a little bit later vibes. Later vibes have entered the building. Yes or no? What's the answer? All right, Capricorn, you ready? You bet. I wish you the best of luck. Until next time.